There was a time when I believed my family would be better off without me. I don't say that lightly, because when you get to that place, when your mind convinces you that you are the problem, it feels impossible to find a way out. But I did, and what I found on the other side changed everything. This is my story. I grew up on Whidbey Island, Washington, surrounded by nature, the ocean, and quiet small-town life. It was the kind of place that felt untouched by the outside world. But even as a kid, I was always searching for something more, something deeper. At 21, I left everything behind to serve a mission in Mississippi. That experience taught me what it meant to truly give, how to step outside of myself and focus on others. And when I came home, everything had changed. 2 days later, 9/11 happened, and just like that, the world I thought I knew was changed. Life moved fast after that. I met my wife, convinced her to move to St. George, Utah, and we started our family. 4 incredible kids later, we had what looked like the perfect life. We moved a lot, built businesses, worked hard, and did everything we were supposed to do. And yet, I kept feeling like something was missing. No matter what I achieved, no matter how much I pushed, it never felt like enough. So I did what most people do. I worked harder. I told myself, if I just make more money, if I just get to the next level, then I'll feel happy. But happiness always seemed just out of reach, like a mirage I could never quite touch. Then everything came crashing down. I don't even remember the exact moment it started, but little by little, something inside me started to break. It was like a slow, creeping darkness. I couldn't shake the feeling that no matter how hard I tried, I was failing. Not just inside, but in every part of my life. My business was hanging by a thread. My family, the people I loved most, were slipping away. Everything I had built, everything I had worked so hard for, was crumbling around me. And the worst part? I felt powerless to stop it. To be honest, I didn't even realize what was happening until it was almost too late. I became my own worst enemy. My thoughts turned against me. The same mind that once helped me push forward was now convincing me that I was worthless, that I was a burden, that maybe my family would be better off without me. I believed the lies my mind told me, and the worst part? I didn't know how to escape them. And then something happened, a moment I can only describe as a gift. In the middle of that darkness, I had a job interview. At the time, I wasn't just looking for work, I was looking for a lifeline. I didn't know it yet, but that interview would change everything. I met someone who truly cared. We sat down, and what should have been a short conversation turned into 4 hours. 4 hours of real talk, about life, about struggle, about something deeper than just a job. I didn't get the job, but I got something far more valuable. At the end of our conversation, he looked at me and said, "I'll mentor you, for free. I'll show you the way out." I remember thinking, "You're telling me there's a way out?" That was all I needed to hear. I was all in. I jumped in feet first, and I have never stopped. That conversation became the spark. It made me realize that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't stuck. That maybe happiness wasn't something I had to chase, it was something I had to uncover. So I became obsessed with finding answers. I started devouring books, psychology, neuroscience, emotional intelligence, anything that could explain what was happening in my mind. I studied happiness like my life depended on it. Because honestly, it did. And that's when something strange started happening. Out of nowhere, I started waking up at exactly 3:40 a.m. every single night, over and over again. So one morning, I got up, put my pen on the paper, looked up, and asked, "What do you want to teach me today?" And what happened next, I can't fully explain. Thoughts, ideas, and realizations started pouring into me faster than I could write them down. It was organized, clear, and deeply personal, like I was receiving answers to questions I hadn't even asked yet. Through those downloads, I uncovered something that would change my life forever. Happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you uncover. It's like being a whale below the ocean. Most people live at the surface, tossed around by the waves of life, stress, fear, negativity. But the whale doesn't fight the waves, it dives deep, and down there, it's calm. It's peaceful. No matter how violent the storm is above, the deep ocean is always still. That's what unreasonable happiness feels like. Even when I have to come up for air, even when life gets tough, I know the deep calm is always there, and I can return to it anytime I choose. Because diving deep isn't just about escaping the storm, it's about going inward. The deeper you go inside yourself, the more untouchable your happiness becomes. If this resonated with you, if you're ready to start your own journey to unreasonable happiness, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's take this journey together. Because life isn't about waiting for happiness, it's about uncovering it. The deeper you go, the more clarity, peace, and unreasonable happiness you'll unlock, the kind that makes life feel lighter and challenges easier. I'd love to hear your story. Drop a win in the comments to inspire others. If this is your first video, I've linked the starting point below. Go there and see how it all connects. This series builds on itself, so start at the beginning if you haven't yet. If you're already on this journey, keep going. The deeper you go, the more clarity, peace, and unreasonable happiness you'll unlock, the kind that makes life feel lighter and challenges easier. And don't stop now. Your next step is just one video away. The link is below. Keep the momentum going. You are more amazing than you know.